I walk through the shadow of death left to fear. This is a journey through the halls of hell.
Yes people, what is good? I am BA back once again with another reaction in the Fargo series. This is episode 5 of season 5 and it is called The Tiger. Last episode, we got the home invasion, which didn't quite go as smoothly as I was hoping it would at least, and expected it to be honest. I thought Dorothy was going to clean sweep these guys with the traps, but the bottom of the house wasn't that booby-trapped, and they evaded most of them. Yes, Dorothy got the better of them all, but her husband touched the window frame which was electrocuted, and it seems like it's actually frazzled his brain. He was not talking normally in the hospital bed, kinda like he's been struck by lightning or something. I hope his senses come back to him, because like I said, right now, his arc is kinda mirroring Sai's from season 3 to me, and that Sai really didn't deserve what happened to him, and he was a good guy. And this guy seems like the most innocent guy in this entire series and definitely did not deserve what was happening to him, on top of the fact that his long-serving wife has been gaslighting him from the moment they met. And yeah, the rest of the episode just showed the walls closing in on Dorothy in my opinion. I do not know why she's sticking to this lie, but she is squirming with every conversation pointed at her just now, and understandably, because it's such bullshit. I don't think anybody in this season believes it, and I just find it a bit ridiculous at this point. She's not letting go of it, but it's obviously for the reason she battled so hard for this new life. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here, so yeah, this is episode 5 of season 5, The Tiger. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. It's nice she's got a painting of the one word she's never been told before behind her.
I want a moment alone with my husband.
Why, so you can get your stories straight?
The mum is done with Dorothy's bullshit at this point.
What about Dorothy?
She's a wolf in sheep's clothing, that one. We keep her close for now.
Smart strategy. Yeah, even though she's really stuck up and, you know, of a different side of life that I can't relate to because of her wealth, etc., you can't blame her for being so suspicious of Dorothy right now. Everything she's told them is a lie. Oh, back at the Dracula house.
Tiger is one of the fiercest hunters on Earth.
I mean, they say that, but I went tiger hunting with a 50 caliber sniper rifle and they stood no chance.
The tiger is most dangerous when cornered.
Well, I'm assuming obviously this is going to be a direct metaphor for how Dorothy responds to the walls closing in on her.
These men would like to talk to you.
What the fuck? Are they gonna act like she's crazy now?
You heard the story where I burned a fellow alive? Chopped the other one's ear off? When they came for me?
Not a bad time to bring up this story.
I told you.
Oh, I would have paid anything to see that scene. She definitely backs up her word.
Shoot.
Yeah, but also, I think she'll be out of there quick style, because it seems really unjust for a family to be able to take that authority over another adult and just tell people, yeah, they're insane, have them institutionalized, because then someone could just do that to someone they don't like who definitely wasn't crazy. That's like what cops used to do to their wives. I don't know if you know this, but there used to be an insane asylum in New York, I believe, and they discovered that it was full of lobotomized females who were former wives of police officers. Look that shit up, it's so fucked up.
Calgon, take me away.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like she's playing into the crazy a bit there. Well, it looks like Dorothy's just developed a blood feud for Captain Birdseye.
Look closer. Even now she plans an escape.
Yeah, no, you didn't have to voice over that. We all assume right now that Dorothy is actively planning an escape.
You wouldn't have a hanky, would you?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, that's so nice of the guy to be sympathetic after she's already attacked him. Get attacked again for your sympathetic nature, bitch.
Here we are.
Oh, holy shit. Fucking hell, prison style. She just made that nurse strip. stop not showing us Dorothy fucking these people up.
Let me guess. The last time you negotiated with a woman was over the price of a Tijuana blowjob.
That's probably a really accurate assessment of these two guys.
CEO of Redemption Services. A NASDAQ-listed multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Okay, so she's not a politician, she's just super wealthy.
Are we friends yet? Good. I want to buy your bank.
Holy shit, she is buying a bank. In the storyline, would she technically be one of the richest people in the entirety of America? Or at least like the top 1% of people?
I'm going to knock $10 million off my offer. Because you called me lady.
You know what, I'm really warming up to this character. I love the way she carries herself, regardless of her wealth.
I need to test the waters and make sure the government will let me do both. So, I'm starting small.
Well, that single sentence just removed these two guys' testicles. Oh, wow. They are absolutely gobsmacked as to how that meeting went. Surely, as soon as they knew she was that wealthy and powerful, they were the underdogs. Maybe they're just shocked at that being the case.
Here's me putting off changing out the radials till the last second.
You're not Sarah.
Oh,
Where's Sarah?
I think you should have just walked past these people instead of trying to converse with them, Dorothy. Yeah, of course that woman triggered the alarm. She saw through it straight away. Also, this is kinda mirroring Lester in season 1 with the hospital escape stuff.
I've got a busy day, officer.
It's Sheriff. Actually, Roy Tillman from Overstark County.
Oh, this is an interesting character meet-up.
Well, your daughter-in-law.
Well, what's she done now?
She married me.
Oh wow, he's just going to be honest with her from the get-go. I thought he was going to be very roundabout. I mean, as soon as I seen him show up at her door, I figured that, he'd bullshit her and this would eventually get her on her daughter's side against him. But if he's being straight up with her from the jump, maybe Dorothy does have some dirt on her.
We were together about 2 years before and during, and then all of a sudden, poof, she disappears.
What must the mother be making of all of this? I tell you what, straight away, if I was that mother, I would get like 24-hour armed guards on my son to make sure she doesn't have contact with my son until I can get hold of her and make her explain herself.
And she's the mother to my granddaughter, whom I'm fond of. So you need to put your big boy pants on and take the hit.
This woman is actually becoming legendary this episode. She's so good. Nothing phases her.
You want freedom with no responsibility. There's only one person on Earth who gets that. A baby.
He did not like that metaphor. Look at his little face turn there, but she's correct.
The banker with the woman's name? He was in my prowler once. I caught him in flagrante with a lady of the evening.
See, she was on the money with that Tijuana blowjob comment.
And between your re-election and my business dealings, I'm sure neither of us want any sordid details coming out.
She finesses everyone. I don't think I've seen her at a disadvantage in a conversation, except from that time maybe Dorothy sort of threatened her.
Her name's Nadine.
Not anymore.
And the fact she hates Dorothy but is going to bat for her this hard because her son loves her and they've had her grandchild? Seriously, she's won me over this episode. She'd have to do something pretty fucked up now for me to hate her again.
Oh, we'll be seeing each other again. Maybe not in the way you're expecting.
What's that supposed to mean?
You have a nice day.
Yeah, Sheriff isn't backing down after that conversation either.
Did you have Dorothy lying committed this morning?
I don't see as that's any of your business.
Well, it's my business because she escaped.
Oh yes, she did. She wasn't in that room for more than 10 minutes. And 9 of those was watching a nurse strip.
What's with all the extra security?
Mental patient escaped. Female.
This seems unrealistic. They wouldn't have mental patients in the same hospital as regular patients. They are two completely different facilities, to my knowledge.
Hold it.
And Dorothy here is showing that she's caring more about her husband than her self-preservation because she had the exit route there and she's going back up into the hospital now to save her husband from these guys. So her decision-making process sometimes seems selfish, but when push comes to shove, it's definitely not. Shit. The 2 detectives that showed up at the sheriff's house and then got told not to pursue him by that governor or whatever, why would they be here?
just forgot some of your paperwork, hon. Back in a jiff.
Oh, this is risky. This is risky, Dorothy. Be careful.
2 days I'm sitting in this stupid bed waiting for you people to rip out 6 feet of my intestines. Least I can do is get some jello and fucking broth.
I second that guy's request. Get the man his jello and fucking broth.
So angry, all of you. Whatever happened to grace and dignity?
Fucking hell, Dorothy, calm down. Okay, that's cool. She didn't kill him, she just knocked him out. That's acceptable to attack the guy that needs his intestines removed, I guess? Oh, she's so smart. She's so smart. I like how this was foreshadowed with the failed attempt to swap the street signs, but it shows that that's her mentality, so she's once again doing it with the nameplates, and this time it will work better.
Let's get you to the bathroom, yeah?
Oh, I just went. Poop came out.
Ooh.
Well, it seems like his brain's returned to normal after all.
Oh, hold on, my foot's unconscious.
Ooh.
Dorothy probably put a jacket over it until it stopped breathing.
This lock? Yeah. Turn it when I'm gone, and don't come out until I say.
I think that was him understanding your instruction. Jesus Christ, this is so risky. I mean, these are 3 guys. I don't know how she's going to overpower. These guys look serious.
Miss Lyon, it's okay. We're here to help you, okay?
I don't need help.
I think you do.
No.
All right, we'll find a room and we can talk.
Seems like those guys are actually here not to arrest her and maybe help. She could use all the help she can get right now. She should just go with them.
We got her husband. Had to tenderize him. What an asshole. Let's go.
Oh my god, they fucked him up. I mean, obviously they were instructed to do that, but I just feel bad for that guy who needs his intestine removed. What a rough day he's had.
No more running?
Oh, shit.
That was so close. Thank God so far Dorothy's been a step ahead. But you know what's worrying me? It's like she's a half step ahead. And if at any moment she stops being just that half step ahead, she's in deep shit.
$192,000. Car loans, your student loans.
That's so fucked up. Imagine researching beautiful Lady Cop's debt. Instantly got the upper hand in this conversation now as well.
I put myself through school, working 2 jobs.
You got a loan.
I don't think beautiful Lady Cop should engage in this conversation. It just serves to belittle her or make her standing lesser in this meeting. She shouldn't entertain it. She should brush off these questions.
Tuck your kids in at night, never telling them that they're in the cage too, because when you die, your debts become theirs.
Yeah, she's not wrong, but also every time she makes social commentary during this season, it makes me hate the world.
Are you going to look for her? Or are you going to sit drinking coffee in the one house in the state where I know that girl ain't at?
I mean, if you ain't checked the basement, don't count Dorothy out.
Mommy?
I told you, never count Dorothy out. Of course she's at the one house you think she ain't gonna be at.
Sheriff Roy.
Where did you hear that name?
He was here at Grandma's.
Yeah, no more running now, Dorothy. You can lie to your daughter if you want, but the next time you and your mother-in-law have a conversation, all the cards are getting put on the table. Unless she just instantly has you committed to an insane asylum again, then, you know, I would choose not to speak.
I hired you. I sign your paychecks. That's who I am.
I appreciate that, sir. ID, please.
If I was the guy that hired these people and they were this strict to me, I would give them a fucking raise. I would be like, you are going above and beyond the Call of Duty here, and I respect that. You're keeping us all safe.
You better find Mrs. Lyon's granddaughter.
Toy box, 1065.
I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but I'm just going to throw that question out there anyway. How the fuck did Dorothy get past like 5 dudes with MP5s on watch at all times? And which ninja clan does she hail from? Because, you know, I'm only aware of the Iga Ryu and the Koga Ryu being the 2 most prominent back in feudal Japan, and of course, you know, Hattori Hanzo had 100 private Iga Ryu guards guarding him in his little... It's a long story, but I just want to know what region she hails from.
I made coffee. You want some?
Has Dorothy snuck into Lady Cop's house? How the fuck did she get here?
Who in the history of the world has had a week like the one you just had? Amelia Earhart, maybe.
Amelia Earhart's week was probably quite euphoric and then really shit.
What's he doing in there? It's been hours.
Yeah, the 9 iron, the 8 iron, the 7 iron.
This woman deserves so much more than this life.
Every month when I open the credit card bills, they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
I sympathise to a point, but also there comes a point where you have to say to your husband, fucking stop spending my money, you untalented gimp. And by the way, see, when I say gimp, I know it used to be used back in the day for people with a physical ailment, maybe something that would make them walk with a limp or something. No. I mean leathered up with a ball gag in their fucking mouth when I call them a gimp. And I feel like gimps are one of the last few pockets of society you can shame and mock because, that's what they're into.
I was 17. 15 when they took me in. That's a whole other story.
Wait, what? Did she just say she was 15 when the sheriff got with her?
Can I leave her here or what? Your daughter is a missing person, presumed kidnapped, and I'm an officer of the law. So that's a no.
It's an understandable no. You can't hate her enough for that. You're asking her to potentially ruin her entire career for you.
Her daughter, Scotty's gonna be staying with us for a couple of days.
Like an actual kid?
Yes, golf man, like an actual child. When a couple get together, have intercourse, maybe plan for the future a bit instead of just whacking golf balls off a fucking basement wall for eternity. It's an insane concept, I know. Okay, and that was episode 5 of season 5 of Fargo, the Tiger, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So the Tiger, what did I think of that? This is another crazy episode because just when you think Dorothy has shown all she is capable of, she once again surpasses herself and does some more amazing shit. But this entire episode really helped me, and it's not that I don't mind the mystery, but I do hope that some of these questions get answered this season, and we are starting to get a larger picture now. Now that the sheriff has got in contact with the mother-in-law, it's going to be really hard the next time the mother-in-law and Dorothy see one another for them not to have a fully honest conversation about the situation. I don't actually quite get the family's motivation for trying to get Dorothy committed this episode. What exactly was it she did that they felt would benefit her being in an insane asylum? I mean, obviously the mother-in-law cares a lot about the son, and because they've also had a child, she sort of cares about Dorothy because she's the mother of her granddaughter. So in what way were they expecting this to pan out if Dorothy had just stayed in the insane asylum? I just don't get what their game plan was there. But regardless, all that situation was another platform for Dorothy to display her artistry on, and holy shit she did. First of all, she attacked the two guys that attempted to initially put her in the straitjacket. They definitely got bitten, fingers broken noses, all sorts of shit. But then, when she's put in the room, she actually wins the guy over sympathetically just for a second and then attacks him again and manages to overpower him. Nurse comes in the room and she literally made that poor woman strip, and she didn't run out of the room naked saying help, someone's mugged me and is escaping. So I don't know what the fuck she did to that woman, but she's still incapacitated naked in that room also. Which actually raises another question. When those sheriff guys went into the room to kidnap the husband, how the fuck come they didn't see the other nurse naked passed out somewhere? Was that explained and I missed it? And things got so tense in that hospital. I understand it's a bit unrealistic, but it worked so well with the plot that they had the insane asylum-y bit in the same place as the actual hospital, so all these components could be in the same place together. We had the sheriffs showing up to grab the husband, Dorothy in the mix, and then on top of that, the feds show up. The fact that Dorothy went into intestine guy's room as well and just choked him out with a jacket was a bit fucking psychotic and harsh. Of all the things Dorothy's done, that's the one that would have made me commit her personally. But yeah, I can only hope for the best for intestine guy, because now he's had the shit kicked out of him and been kidnapped. I mean, surely they're gonna let him go straight away, because I believe the son knows what the husband looks like, so as soon as the son takes a look at the dude in the wheelchair, he'll be like, yo, this isn't her husband. Or maybe he didn't get a chance to see what her husband looked like in the house, I'm not entirely sure. And like I said, the mother-in-law won me over this episode. She dominates almost every single conversation she has. She literally researched beautiful lady cop's debt history, just so she had the upper hand when they were having a conversation. And the scene earlier when she was trying to buy the bank and those guys came in apprehensive about even dealing with a woman, and then within 2 minutes she left the table and their jaws were on the floor. It was absolutely priceless. And yeah, the third scene we got of of all was the conversation with the sheriff, and that's the first time I've seen the sheriff look a bit disenfranchised this season, so she is the MVP of this episode, completely 50-50 with Dorothy. Even though Dorothy showed more physical resourcefulness this episode, the mother-in-law is an absolute savage with words, and she knows how to wield her power properly. And she's an absolute force of nature because of it, and my only hope is that she, before the end of this season, gets on Dorothy's side. And then the last two scenes with Dorothy managing to sneak her daughter away from security detail outside the mother-in-law's house, and then break into beautiful Lady Cop's house and ask her to look after the daughter. Absolute insanity. I understand why beautiful Lady Cop said she wasn't able to do that, because she would be risking her livelihood, her job and everything to look after the daughter, but she also didn't instantly just like draw her gun on Dorothy and try and arrest her. And I really like that she's taking the time to listen to Dorothy and just having a regular conversation with her about stuff, and hopefully that is now Dorothy got at least one ally in this situation. And I genuinely think at this point in this season, every single episode has been interesting, well written and brilliant, and I just hope it crescendos upwards from here, and this will be completely on par with the first 3 seasons of this show in my opinion. And I can't wait to see what happens next week. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.